Hi there, this is Lousy Facelift and I'm back with a new tutorial on the Korg EMX. Sorry for not making a video for such a long time. I want to talk about swing on the Korg EMX today and to get people to really understand what it is that swing does. And as I said earlier, the sequencer of the Korg EMX is quite limited, unfortunately, but that also makes it a bit easier to understand, which is a good thing. And also for many of these limitations, you have workarounds and you just have to use it in a slightly different way, and then you can get the same results. But swing is not really that complicated. I have an empty pattern here, just one bar, and right now I wanna let you listen to this hi-hat that I've recorded on eighth notes. You can see that all the odd numbers are illuminated, and that's the kind of groove you get. Very straightforward. Now, it says in the display, it says swing, and then there's a number underneath. There's in this case it says swing 50. This number is percentage. Okay, 50%. 50% of what? Well, 50 basically means that everything sounds straight. Notice what happens when I turn swing up using these eighth notes. Let's type in the maximum value here. 75. Does it sound any different? No, it does not. Because swing doesn't affect eighth notes, at least not the ones on 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. You cannot hear any difference. This is straight. This is maximum value, and it both sounds exactly the same. There are other sequences that use values lower than 50. So what does that mean? To explain this, I have to put in 16th notes now. Okay. Of course, now you get twice the speed, of course, but we're only using one bar. And now when I start using swing on this pattern, you can definitely hear the difference. So, what steps are affected? Now, also, if I clear out all the even number notes in the second half, you can see that this is all straight again, right? Okay, so as you can hear, swing only affects every second 16th note in a 16th note in a pattern. So what it does is 64. If you look at this percentage, and you have to think of it as the time that's passing from one step to the next. Okay. If I'm on a swing factor of 50%, all the time between all these 16th notes is equal, right? When I use a higher value for swing now, it takes the second 16th a bit longer, or let's say no, let's say differently. The first 16th is played right on 1, but then the time passing between the first 16th note and the second is extended. So the second 16th note hits a bit later. And on some sequencers, you can even use another swing factor which is below 50. That makes the second 16th in a pattern hit earlier, which is not possible on the EMX. So you can use swing in only one direction, which is to delay the time between odd and even number 16th notes in a pattern. Okay. So So I'm using the highest value here. You can hear that this almost sounds like an 8th note groove with a second 16th being delayed so much that it almost hits on the same spot as 16th note number 3, or the even number 16th and the odd number 16th. They move closer together. Okay, so if you're programming a beat with 8th notes, let's say something like this. And then you try to manipulate it using swing, you won't hear anything, right? And I think that sometimes confuses people, and they think, well, my swing doesn't seem to work, or whatever, or what am I doing wrong? Well, it depends on what you're recording, right? So swing factor is very important when it comes to 16th notes, but it does not always affect the pattern at all. If you're using something simple like this, swing doesn't do anything. Okay, yeah, just a small explanation here, just to let you know. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.